Here's a Netflix pick for you guys that you might have glanced over, but is definitely worth the watch. Here's High Flying Bird. Flying Bird is a story about a sports agent in the midst of a 6-month-long NBA lockout who's trying to manage his #1 draft pick rookie and his career and part of his life as he's going through a 72-hour time of turmoil that can basically make or break him. André Holland plays Ray Burke, a smooth-talking, slick-talking, yet knowledgeable sports agent who is trying to keep his #1 draft pick in line while he's making some not so smart decisions. In the midst of this thing, he's also trying to keep his job, which is kind of, the sports agent duty. But the thing that makes this movie so special and so good is the dialogue, the back and forth between the players and the agents and the executives. And there's a little homegrown dynamic too, dealing with parent managers, dealing with basketball program kids and social media management. This movie has a lot of drama and very little basketball in it, being that basketball is the topic of this movie. I like it because it shows heart between how black people in particularly are looked at when they're talking about as basketball players. There's a host of young basketball players from the NBA who are in this movie talking about their experiences, which kind of gives it like a little Spike Lee feel, but all at the same time, it's like part Jerry Maguire and part Moneyball. This movie is very well directed by Steven Soderbergh, who did movies such as Ocean's 11, which is also a smart movie, but it's also not a movie that brings you down. When you look at the dynamic between Eric Scott, the young rookie, and Ray's assistant, played by Sassy Beats, and you look at their dynamic, and then you look at her dynamic, and you see how everybody's trying to make a play for something. You don't know quite what, but they're making a play for something, but they're doing it in a very intelligent way, which is I love that about this movie. There's also a great message about your self-worth and how you view yourself in this movie. And there's a lot of, should I do what the norm says I should do? Should I be who people tell me I should be? Or should I just go on and try to do this on my own? And it's a lot of a dynamic there of self-discovery and also self-preservation that is prevalent in this movie. I like it because the basketball takes kind of the back seat, yet it's in the foreground. So when a lot of movies of this type would kind of cop out with their runtime using things like basketball sequences and, we got to see him play. We got to see how good he is. And, they got to do this big choreographed piece of a game that, is the culmination of this or, is the reason why we're in this situation. None of that really happens. I mean, the basketball aspect, the sports aspect of this really does take a back seat. So if you're looking for a high action basketball movie, this might not be the movie for you. However, if you want to sit down and watch a great drama with great dialogue, with a great message, I think High Flying Bird might be for you. I love Bill Duke in this movie. Bill Duke grounds this movie so well. He is the person, I would say, would be the moral compass of the movie. When the way he talks about the game of basketball, the way he talks about people and their love for basketball, the way when he talks to Ray about Ray's past and his love for the game and how that comes out when they're talking to young people. Those things it gives you the heart of basketball in its perception in the USA. And the line of the line of the movie comes from Bill Duke's character Spence, which says, "I love the Lord and all of his black people," because the dynamic and the context of which that phrase is said throughout the movie it kind of like it hits home, especially as a black man. It really does hit home. But you gotta check out this movie, High Flying Bird, starring André Holland, Melvin Gregg, Zazie Beetz, Bill Duke, and a whole host of others. A great cast, directed by Steven Soderbergh and written by Tarell Alvin McCraney, who also wrote the Oscar-winning Moonlight movie. You need to check this joint out. It's a great sleeper flick on Netflix that you probably glazed by, but definitely should check out. Check us out next time for another quick review. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, and if you've seen it, let us know in the comments what you think about it. If you didn't like it, also let us know. Also, if there's another movie that you want us to review or you think that something that we may have missed or glossed over, put that in the comments too. Let us know what you think. We're the Theater Hoppers. We hop the movies so you don't have to.